What's happening, y'all? Y'all alright? I was very, very, very happy. I just wanted to involve y'all in what's going on with me. Um, Man, I just went through my books. I wanted to show y'all something. My mentor's name is Mr. David Moody. And what's happening, Sean? I see you, bro. Thank you for supporting me, bro. I see you. You're always interactive, man, and it's crazy because I know you knew my dad. So, yeah, man, I was having a Zeno Crump moment. That's one of my homeboys from the crib. But I was real proud, man, because I'm sitting here going through my books. My mentor, David Moody, he told me something when I moved back from L.A. He was like, "Son, come here." He was like, "How much do you pay your accountant?" And he was like, "How much do you pay for your maintenance in your house in Mississippi? How much do you pay the guy that cut the grass?" He asked me all of these questions, and I honestly didn't know the answer to any of them. He said, "Watch this." He pointed to everything at his house, his office, everything. He knew in his head how much he was paying everybody. And he said something so powerful to me. He said, "Son, when you was in those streets, did you let anybody count your money for you?" I said, "No, sir." He doesn't even curse. And he said, "Well, why in the fuck are you doing it now?" He said, "I'm much older than you, and my mentor probably makes 60, 70 times more than I do. And I do pretty good." He said, I make much more than you do, and I know where all of my money is, up to $2,000. He said, "How can you become wealthy if you don't have a plan? In order for you got to know how much money you need to make daily. You got to have a goal. You just can't be out here running." And I went and learned accounting. Miss Tanya Bradshaw from Citizens Trust Bank, she goes over my books with me, and she really, really helped me. A lot of times we're afraid to ask for help, and I'm actually going to talk about that a little bit later, especially as it pertains to men dealing with men. But I'm one of these dudes who, if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. So I literally went and got one of these books right here. Like, all that online shit, I signed all of my own checks. I know where all my money is. And I'm proud of myself because I just went and did checks and balances online, and was just looking at where my money is, and I tracked down where I was off by today I was off maybe about $700, only because I think a couple of checks didn't clear. But I just want y'all to know, like, you're a slave to whatever you don't know. And as artists and as, people who play sports, whatever the situation may be, if your money comes through your talent, that's what they want you to do. They just want you to sing and dance. And no, it's not fair, but you can't trust nobody with nothing, period. And it made me feel good, man, because I literally, when he told me that, I fired my accountant. I fired my accountant, and my accountant just checks my books and does my taxes. And that's freedom. I mean that, man. You are a slave to whatever you don't know. And people laugh at me because I still write checks. And I tell people I write checks so I can feel my money. Money is a current. It's a current. I need to have a feel for it, so I need to touch the check. You know what I'm saying? And another reason why I like checks is because I like the transfer between when I pay my employees. That's a transfer of energy, man. Like, me handing them their check and me looking at them as a man, letting them know that I'm honoring their hard work. It means a lot to me, man. And, you know, to all of the kids, because there's a lot of kids that follow me, man, I promise y'all, don't fuck off in school. Like, all the stuff that I did and I played in school, I had to come back later on in life and learn it, man. I took accounting 1 and 2. I didn't pay attention in that shit, man. I had one of my homegirls do that shit for me when I was at Southern. You know, reading, man. I have all these scripts and stuff I have to read all the time. And, you know, I played in school because I was smart. I was real smart. I didn't really have to study that much, but, like, I ended up having to come back and learn to do all that stuff over again. And it was crazy. I had to learn it while I was still an artist. Because one thing that's hard for me, y'all, that people don't understand, like, shit, I'm the boss, I'm the artist, I'm the producer, fucking accountant. Shit, out of all of my friends, I got the guns. Like, I got more guns, except what, besides one person. It's one of my homeboys who got grenades and shit. But, it just gets hard sometimes because, you know, I think sometimes that it ain't fair that I gotta do everything. But then that's also my freedom. You know, if don't nobody wanna work with me at all, I can make an album by myself. Put it out, finance it, everything. I'm talking about literally by myself with nobody. I don't want to do it that way, but there's nobody that can stop me from getting to the bag. And that's what I'm hoping to instill in you all today, man. Like, sometimes shit ain't fair that you gotta do everything, and sometimes it's tiring. But at the end of the day, you won't be a slave to nobody or a victim to nobody, because I think sometimes we use our the unfair conditions that we're going through as a crutch to not get it done. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be a producer. The reason why I became a producer, because I couldn't find nobody to give me the level of beats that I wanted, and I couldn't afford to pay for them at the time. And then when I could afford to pay for them, motherfuckers wouldn't give me the stuff that I heard on their album. So I started making my own beats. So then I didn't have to worry about begging for somebody or begging somebody to do something for me. So, like, no lie, y'all, that's what I'm sitting up here doing right this moment. Like, literally right this moment is doing all my accounting, going over all my books and my checks and everything, man. And I used to hate this stuff, man, but now, man, I'm so proud that I stuck to it. I'm so proud that I listened to my father and my mentor, you know. I think I talked to y'all about this before, but just in case, let me show y'all what I'm doing. Right there it go. See, that's the book I was telling y'all about right there. 3 columns. You know what I'm talking about? The Citizen Trust joint right here. See that right there? I know there's some sneaky motherfuckers that can't show y'all no numbers. Motherfuckers be tapping into my shit and I have to come and get you. But I wanted to tell, I think I told y'all this on another post, but I'm just gonna reiterate it. If you have mentors and you have people who can help you, do what the fuck they say. You know, do it to the letter until you're successful like they are. So many times people will tell us stuff and, you know, we want to do the part that's easiest for us or the part that's comfortable. If you knew what you were doing, then you wouldn't need a fucking mentor. You wouldn't need anybody. So listen, and I'm so grateful to all of my mentors. Mr. Moody told me, he said, the reason why I took you seriously because you took notes. You did everything that I told you to do when I told you to do it. I'll give you an example. When I did Walking with Gods, my YouTube movie, he challenged me. He said, stop. He said, yeah, you planning is cool, but just jump in the water, shoot your fucking movie, get it done. And he gave me a time limit. And he said, get it done. And I want to tell y'all something else too, for all of you all out there who breaking your back. something that I didn't believe until recently is you gotta rest too. Like, no lie, y'all, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna do the stuff that I have to do, the events that I have to do, but I'm taking off the rest of the year. You know, and rest, and I'm gonna sleep, and maybe go see my fucking mother, you know? So that when you come back, you can be strong. I'm not gonna name his name, but I have a really, really, really cool freedom fighter friend. He's somebody who really fights for black people full time, 24 hours a day, man. And he's never stepped away from the movement. And I told him, brother, you gotta take a break so you can come back strong for us. You know what I'm saying? So like today, man, when I was doing my accounting, man, and I was like, man, I'm real live doing this shit, man. I'm running a real fucking business. Inventory and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a real business, man. And I can't lie to you, man. I'm probably the person that's the hardest on themselves, man. And I'm actually proud of myself. You know, I get in here and vacuum in this bitch if I have to. You know, whatever, you see what that says? It's my fault. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I wanted to tell y'all. You know, study, learn, plan, save your fucking money. Save your money, man. Like, yo, if anything else, man, that if y'all could take away from it, man, you gotta put money back. You gotta put money back, man. Like, that has been my biggest blessing, you know. Besides, you know, video games or, you know, clothes for me to speak in, because I be fresh to the motherfucker. I just been saving money and saving up. So when it gets hard, no different than an animal. When winter come, you cool. Like, real life, man, I can afford to chill for a month or two and not be all anxious and worried. Save your money, man. Like, I'm being real with you, man. They teach black folks to spend. And nobody continues to make money at a high rate like that, dude. Everybody takes a hit. Bun B told me that one time. Bun B said, everybody's gonna have peaks and valleys. But depending on how you save, depending on how you treat people, can be the difference in it going like this or it going like this. And so my life is going like this right now. You feel me? And it's just been dope, man. And I was telling a girl this morning, I was telling her that I believe that I'm probably one of the freest black men on this fucking planet. And she was like, huh, what do you mean? I said, I didn't say the richest. Because you have some people who are rich and they have all this money, but they are slave to what they do. Everything that they are involved in, they have to be there. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with y'all, like, I'm just being honest. No matter how much money I make, I can get on any plane and go anywhere in the world. I don't eat much food. People will tell you if they come to my house, it's probably, you know, the bare. Like, I don't eat a lot of exotic foods, and maybe I do a post about that. I learned about that. Like, if you eat real spicy, exotic, exciting, super sweet food, it's hard for you to think properly. But we'll talk about that later. I've been 4 days, no alcohol. I started drinking, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, man. My mind sometimes runs, and I haven't been meditating properly like I usually do, so I was sort of off my square. I started drinking a little bit too much. So I've been off that liquor for 4 days. And I think it's cool. And the reason why I tell y'all and I'm honest with y'all, so y'all won't think y'all the only ones. Like, sometimes people look at us and people think that we are perfect. We not. I got back on that bottle tough. But when I did it, it felt great. I enjoyed it. Now it's over. Time to get back to it. But save your money, man. You know, don't show off for people who don't exist. You know, most of these people who we spend all this money for and buy these overpriced cars and shit, them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you. They're not looking at you. They don't fucking exist. And most of the people we give our money to are people who hate black folks the most. Them super expensive car companies and super expensive shoe companies, they don't want you in their shit. You know, save your money, buy something, spend something on something that will make you some money back. Like this clothing line that I do, all my God box stuff, it's cool in two ways. One way, I wear the shit. You see what I'm saying? Like 30% of the clothes I wear are clothes that I make. So I'm clothing myself and I sell some of the shit. That's fucking awesome. You feel what I'm saying? But save your money. Another thing that I want to talk to y'all about real quick. And maybe I should stop it and start it again because it's a whole nother topic. But all this hating shit, y'all. Listen, let me tell y'all something real quick. Especially the men. I can't stand grown men that talk about other men. To me, that is such a non-masculine trait. Like, if you are really handling your business, what kind of time do you have to talk about another man? I don't get that. If someone is successfully doing something and you think that you can do better, just do it better. Just do it fucking better. But I'm gonna tell you what it is. In so many cases, and I think this comes from slavery, a lot of times we don't know how to ask somebody for help. We really want to be like them, or we want to do the things that they do, or date the type of women that they date, or drive the kind of cars that they drive. But we're not man enough in a lot of cases to say, I don't know how to do it. So instead of saying, hey bro, I need some help, or can you help me, or can you show me how? Oh man, fuck that motherfucker, man. Oh man, hey, this or that. And whether the person helps you or not, or whatever the situation may end up being, that's not for them to do. But I just don't get why we're so hateful amongst each other. The other thing, if you don't like a motherfucker, then keep their name out there. Keep their name out your mouth. What a lot of these lame ass fucks try to do is they'll talk about you so they can gather your haters, and they really still trying to get props off your name. Like, if I don't like a motherfucker, I don't say nothing about them. I don't say nothing to them. I don't even think about the motherfuckers. We have to get some kind of code of honor again. There is no honor amongst men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was telling my homeboy this morning, I try not to say nothing about a man that I haven't said in his face. Now, if I said it in your motherfucking face and I told you how I feel about you, then I can tell the world. Because I told your punk ass how I feel. But it's like, we got to have some type of honor again. Some type of code. It's like now America has brainwashed black men so much. As long as a person is successful or they making money, it's okay. They can do whatever they want to do. Oh man, he did it. Oh, but he got that bag. No, like it's like almost we've sold our souls. It's like we got to get back to working, like doing what you're supposed to do. As long as somebody's not affecting your community or affecting your body or doing something that is detrimental to us as a race, man, mind your motherfucking business, Jack. Mind your fucking business. And then the crazy thing is most people who hate on you the most, they don't have shit to say to you when they see you. Especially when it's real men. You feel me? It's like, but we gotta talk about it. We have to start talking about this shit. You know, and the mentality that another person owes you something. Don't nobody owe you shit unless you their child. Like I used to always tell, I don't want to be put on. You put your wife on. That's who you put on. You marry your wife and put her on. But past that, man, you gotta, man, I'm gonna tell you the best way for you to get into somebody else's company. Ask them how you can be of service. Like, carry some motherfucking bags. Wash a motherfucking car. Make a motherfucking beat. Write a fucking verse. Put some motherfucking work in, yo. Or be man enough to call a motherfucker. But people don't want to do that. People want to show out for cameras and show out for fame and show like, and then ain't even getting to the bag. You know, the one thing, man, that I hope that y'all seen about my career, and I never really talked about this before, is that, man, I don't beef with nobody or talk about nobody. I may talk about a situation, and motherfucker may be caught into their feelings because they doing the shit that I'm talking about and they think I'm talking about them. Fuck, I'm gonna talk about a man for? Men don't talk about men. Why? Especially if you are working, if you, like sometimes I remember one dude told me when I tell my little cousin one time, I was like, man, don't come up to me telling me what no motherfucker said. He said, why? I said, cause motherfucker, I can't hear them up here. I'm working, I'm up here. The only way I know that this motherfucker done said something is if you told me. And if you keep telling me negative shit, then I ain't gonna wanna be around your black ass. I can't hear you up here. So in order for me to even hear you, you gotta get up here. And for you to work as hard as I do to get up here, you ain't gonna have time for that shit. Like you gotta raise your vibrations. It's like we don't know anything but negativity. That's all America has ever given us. So that's now our default. We gotta get up out that shit, man. You know, one of the things that I vowed is that I never want to be at war with another black person again. Like I never want to have to talk bad about another black person. There's a war that's going on in this country and in this world that's so much bigger than petty black on black shit. You know, it's not even my concentration. You know, I'm trying to liberate our people. I am trying to mentally help take our people to another level. But I know now that it ain't for everybody. As a matter of fact, it ain't even for half of us. A small group of us who know we're going to have to do some shit. Stop talking so fucking much and build some motherfucking businesses. Open up a fucking water company or electricity or fucking grocery store. You know, everybody want to fucking entertain. And if you look at most melanated cultures, they didn't have jesters. They didn't have motherfuckers who entertain for life, bro. They had warriors, bro. Like no matter how much we want to dance around it and how much money we make, if we entertaining, all we doing is entertaining for rich folks. We jesters, dude. Straight up. Like we performing to make somebody else happy. Like I want to be the man that's being performed for. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna have to start doing something. Like where our fucking doctors at? Where our scientists at? You know, where are the people in our community that's building fucking technology, man? We got too much fucking time and worried about what another motherfucker is doing. We gotta stop that shit, yo. I look at all these fucking blog sites and all these websites that have hip-hop on it. It's all negative shit about hip-hop people and hip-hop music and black fucking culture. Oh, and the last thing I want to tell y'all about is all these people who come into hip-hop, you know, from different cultures and shit, they'll come into hip-hop and as soon as they get an opportunity to do something else other than hip-hop, they do it. and they never come back and give to our community. They never take up for us when we need them. You know, I've seen a few artists who blow up and then they go and flip styles and then act like, you know, motherfuckers in hip-hop are nasty and shit. But it's our fault because we let anybody in our culture. We let anybody just whore out our shit, you know, our music, our fucking women, our fucking children, you know, and then the people who really do the most, we shit on them, yo. We got to start talking about this kind of stuff, man. You know, but I love y'all. Make sure you go pick up the God Box. Oh, I'm happy. Memphis, I love y'all. I had a great time in Memphis, man. Young brothers at U of L, man, we really had an opportunity to build, and I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. When you go out into the world, I want y'all to do this for me tomorrow. I want you to look at the people who on the ground level, who we look up to the most in the black community. And be honest with yourself. You don't have to come back and tell me this is just an exercise for you to do. What do they do? I am willing to bet you, in most cases, they're doing something detrimental to black people. Then, I want you to go turn on the radio. I want you to start all the way at the end of the radio, right? Or go to Sirius, whatever you want to do, whatever you listen to. Go all the way to the end. Trail down the radio station. Stop at the country station. Stop at whatever station you want to. And whatever group of people is, listen to what they're saying about themselves. And then go to black radio. Look at black movies. And I'm not talking about the black movies that white folks make. I'm talking about the ones that black people make. And look at what it's saying. When I had an opportunity to look at what we do to self, the opportunities that we have when we pick up a microphone or we cut on cameras. And the reason why I could never, ever criticize another man as it pertains to the type of music that he makes is because that's how I got here, like a motherfucking pimp. Play with your pussy. Remember that? Run, girl. So I'll never turn my back, or I'll never try to thwart the way another man is making his path. But when I saw it as a collective, I was like, yo, they fucking tricked us. Like, real life, we the only folks that we fucking dog ourselves. And like, they ain't gotta push no dope in our community no more. We want it. Bring it over here. We'll sell it over here. You know? We want the worst food. We want slave food, yo. We want the worst fucking food, yo. And the reason why I'm telling you all this is because our grandparents are not dying. And if we let one more generation pass through without instilling a level of knowledge across the board to them, when our generation dies, the truth will die with us. And then from that point, the lie will be the truth. And what they say about black people will then be true. I love y'all. Have an awesome day. Come here. Fight your motherfucking ass.